Check this out, baby.
This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. What is it? I want to bring up the question about the term it, because it's a term we constantly see. And for those of us who are awake, which is pretty much everybody who listens to this channel, we now know that we have to look at signs and symbols and repetition. We know that they use our subconscious minds to plant seeds, to control us, to condition us. Now you might say, it? I don't hear that word that often, but I'll refresh your memory on just how often in marketing we hear the term it. Now everybody's familiar with the movie It, with the clown, the killer clown, Stephen King's It, also his obviously based off of his book. But what about sayings like, is it in you, from Gatorade? Or McDonald's, I'm loving it. Coca-Cola, it's the real thing. EA Sports, the video games, it's in the game. Discover it. Songs like Let It Be, Nike, Just Do It. If we are thinking the way that we're supposed to be thinking, then these are things that we should be questioning. Now, we know that they are all about psychological warfare and psychological operations. We know that everything that's going on is a psyop. They're conditioning us left and right. One of the people they worship, who is believed to be a Freemason, Sigmund Freud, who is supposed to be the father of psychology, invented a model of the psyche which contained three parts to the self. And this is something that they all follow. The ego, which is the conscious mind, the superego, which is the superconscious mind, and what he termed the ID, which was the subconscious mind. Now, we all hear ID, and we give that word power because the word ID, right, is supposed to mean our identity, our ID, our identification. But to Freud, ID meant the subconscious mind. And we've empowered that word to mean almost like a third person. So back to it. We talk about it as if it is a third person inside of us. Now, what else do we hear in relation to the word it, or IT, information technology, right? The IT field, computers, artificial intelligence. Think about that. Is it, the term it, is that what they're preparing us for? The artificial intelligence and transhumanism, to summon something inside of us, inside of our subconscious mind, inside of ourselves, potentially something demonic, potentially turning on or activating something inside of us once people receive the microchip, once people receive the mark. Is that what they're referring to? You have to ask yourself that. Because the term it, by definition, is used to identify a person. So if we're constantly seeing them market the term it to us, whether it's it the clown, or it's McDonald's, or Coca-Cola, or Nike saying just do it, it's within us, is it in you? It's not a coincidence that they're all using this, because they use repetition. They use repetition to condition us. They use repetition to control us. We know that through other symbols that we constantly see. This is one we see all the time that we don't think about. Movies with the term it, right? It's Alive and Frankenstein. The Beatles, Let It Be. The character it in the Addams Family. Think about all of the ridiculous sayings that we all use, which we don't think about, right? It is what it is. Does that mean anything? Does it make any sense? We say it. Why? Because we've been programmed to say things like that. Keep it real. Keep it up. It. The devil made me do it. Right? And as I said with Gatorade, is it in you? Think of all of the sayings. Get it, got it, good. That they've programmed us with. Preparing us for what? And why? And listen, if you're somebody who hears that and says, well, this is a stretch because you don't want to believe that the term it has a third person and analogy tag to it, then maybe you're not thinking far enough down the line or outside of the box that they want you to think inside of. Try thinking outside of it. And realizing that when we see these things, right, when we see slogans and catchphrases, and there's nothing original behind it. But think about how big these corporations are. Coca-Cola, Gatorade, Nike, McDonald's, all of them use it in their slogan. American Express, don't leave home without it.
If you want it all, you cannot be distracted by